Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jana and you're watching Curves on the Road. Today I'll take you for sightseeing in the lovely city of Dresden. It's the city in Germany. It's quite near the borders, so we took the car to go there. We're going in winter, so it might be a little chilly, so don't forget your coat. As young in heart, we have booked a youth hotel. In Dresden, you have several options for accommodation. You can get something close to the center but terribly overpriced, or quite far from the center but relatively good price, or let's say a little bit less fancy accommodation, but the price is reasonable and you're in walking distance from the center, and that's what we went with this youth hotel. It reminded me a little bit of the rooms that they used to book for us when we went for school trips, so that it doesn't cost much. It had its own bathroom, so we had still our privacy, which was great, and a very decent for the price. The breakfast was included. As you can see on the footage, there were even pancakes and sausages, so I have nothing to complain about. I would recommend this place as long as staying in the hotel is not your priority. This beautiful building behind me is at Zwinger Palace. It was a royal city. Dresden was a royal city, and of course you needed some fancy buildings for the royal family. Zwinger is magnificent Baroque palace, and it was built by August Strong. An initial purpose was supposed to be an orangery and gardens, and also a place for markets and a fairground. It was destroyed by the Allied bombing in 1945 at the end of the Second World War, but restored in the 50s and 60s of the last century. Luckily, people of Dresden managed to save the art collections so they didn't get destroyed by the war, and you can visit the gallery that is inside the palace, but you have to pay a fee. Apart from the paintings, you can also visit the Math Museum or the Porcelain Gallery. This is the most famous Baroque castle in Dresden. How do you know it's Baroque? There are lots of naked cherubs. When you see a chubby naked butt, it's probably Baroque. There's ongoing constructions on the palace for quite a while. I saw some videos from a year ago and it was still being repaired, so hopefully if you go next year, you should already see them fully restored in their former glory. Since we're here in December, the weather is not absolutely ideal, but it's not too bad actually. You have to dress up warm, like there's no doubt about that, but overall, as long as it's not raining, we're good to go. You can walk on the roof of the galleries and you can admire the Baroque statues and all the architecture, and the entrance is free, which is great. Sometimes there are even classical music concerts in some of the towers, so you can keep an eye on that if that's what you're interested in. The name Zwinger goes back to the name that they used in Middle Ages, and it meant fortress between the outer and inner fortress walls. Right next to Zwinger, near the river Elbe, there's a Theaterplatz, and there, surprise, surprise, is a theater or Semperoper. We are at the Opera House. It is a beautiful Baroque building. And yeah, I'm more and more amazed by the architecture and the beauty of Dresden. I definitely don't want to take credit from Opera Garnier, but look at this one. This one looks like it has to have its phantom as well.
At the Theaterplatz, we also admired the statue of King Johann, and you have views of the Church of the Holy Trinity.
Guys, this city is so conveniently compact. All the things you as a tourist want to see are just around the corner. Wow, I'm amazed. Definitely Dresden, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. And a couple of days should probably be enough. You don't have to spend 2 weeks here. But if you want to spend some time at this part of Germany, absolutely, you'll have fantastic holiday.
Just a little warning for my lazy gang. The convenience also means that you will feel like you don't need to take a public transport and you end up walking quite a lot of steps. The long dramatic mural is made of porcelain tiles and it depicts Saxon rulers through the ages. It is called The Procession of Princes. It was originally painted between 1871 and 1876. It is 102 meters long. They used 23,000 Meissen porcelain tiles. It depicts 35 rulers, including Prince George, and 34 Saxon rulers. You can also see how the fashion was changing between 1127 and 1873. That's when the Wettin dynasty reigned in the Dresden area. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't pick a magnet or two to take home as a souvenir. I picked this one and this one.
Time for lunch, guys. Yes, let's try. We're in a restaurant, in the Angustin restaurant. This were monks that were very famous in Germany, so you get their restaurants all around Germany. And we're having the German specialty pork knuckle, or a pork knee, if you want to call it. It's really good. Not.
We came to Dresden primarily for the Christmas markets, and I have a separate video about those. But definitely, my advice is go sightseeing the city because it's amazing.
I wouldn't drive around Dresden if I were you. There's a solid public transport, so you can use trams and buses and get around or walk. Coming from a lazy person, it's a walking city.
If you decide to use public transport in Dresden, it's super easy. It is the similar system we have here in Brno, meaning you can purchase the tickets straight on the tram. You just find the ticket you want. There are options for one way, whole day ticket, family ticket. You pick your option, pay with the card, and you're ready to go. If you're passing through the center, you shouldn't miss the Frauenkirche or the Church of Our Dear Women. It was completely destroyed in 1945, but it was rebuilt in the end of 20th century. It's one of the most famous and iconic sites in Dresden and very important Baroque building. Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy.
Ludwig Richter.
Famous German romantic painter. His statue is conveniently near the exhibition hall.
I will totally not lie to you guys. It is cold. It is freezing. Seriously, take coffee breaks, but not for the coffee, not for the energy, but just to defrost a little bit.
Listening to my own advice, we have stopped in a small cafe for a little warm drink and little defrost time. We went to a small bakery, have the local specialty, the fruit cake, and some cappuccino. We call this Vanuchka, but we're a poor country, we don't have that much fruit in it. And we're back to museums, galleries, and all the fun stuff that every tourist must visit. Walking around the river in summer must be very romantic and pleasant, but in winter, yeah, it's probably colder there than in other parts of the city. This river walk is called Brulsche Terrasse. It's a Renaissance terrace that was nicknamed Balcony of Europe. It runs along the river Elbe and offers stunning views of the city.
We are crossing to the other side. The river Elbe divides the city into two parts, and we have just seen one. And let's see what's on the other bank.
The river Elbe divides the city of Dresden into two parts: the old town, where we have been sightseeing so far, and the new town, where I'm taking you now. This eye-catching golden statue represents a King Frederick August II. He was one of the Saxon rulers of Germany, and he died childless. After his death, his brother Johann took over. If you want to take pictures at the Dresden writing, I'm not sure if it's there all year long. My suspicion is that it's only a Christmas thing.
If you want something more hip, something more modern, you can visit this little part of the city, in the new city, where they have the interesting facades of the houses.
This place is called Kunsthof Passage, and it's a center of modern art. It's not that easy to find. If you put it into Google Maps, make sure that you basically enter into one of those passages, because otherwise from the street these houses are not visible. It's one of those few places you want to visit when it rains, because when the raindrops fall on the facade, some of the buildings make music. And of course, I bought myself a magnet. Our final stop was this Fons Cafe.
Big disappointment from me, to be honest. Like this place, what they did to it, it's supposed to smell like hot chocolate with whipped cream, not like cheeses. They turned it into a shop instead of a cafe. It's just out of place. There are things that killed the vibe of the place. So all influencers say come here, I'm saying don't go to this cafe. Just don't.
Don't take me wrong, the decorations are stunning, but I'm really mad what they did to this place. It doesn't deserve to end up like this. And after this final stop, it was only time for dinner. We had a typical schnitzel, and I had some soup, and then a couple of drinks in a local bar. Cheers. So that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you give me a Dresden thumb up, and you can subscribe to my channel. I upload every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing rest of the day, and bye!